So I was going to go ahead and get some brand new wheels. I was going to buy some steel wheels. They were going to be white. Basically, you kind of follow the idea, BAJA wheels. And then I thought to myself, you know what, this thing's got aluminum wheels on it, and I might as well go ahead and see what it's going to cost to fix those before I go ahead and buy steel wheels. So I went ahead and took the aluminum wheels over to the repair shop to get them fixed. But the problem that we have with the aluminum wheels is that I got to use inner tubes. So I'm starting to think to myself, maybe I shouldn't get the aluminum wheels fixed because I got to use inner tubes, and if I'm going to use this to go off-road, I got to actually put air in the tires to the maximum, because if you run tubes and you take air out of the tires to get better grip on the trails, then that can lead to the tires spinning on the rim and not holding a nice bead, and then of course now you got the inner tube inside it that is wrinkling up and all this other stuff. So now I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should go ahead and get some steel wheels and just be done with it. I think what I need to do is I really need to call these guys. I really need to call them. Let me see here. Maybe I ought to call them and tell them to be put on hold before I go getting those wheels fixed.
All Metals Welding, this is Amos.
Hey Amos, this is Pete. I brought them aluminum wheels in yesterday.
Yeah.
You haven't started on those yet, have you?
No, sir.
Okay, you said you probably won't get to them till next week? Because I'm doing some research is what I'm doing. Because with those wheels, I have to use inner tubes. Because they're a two-piece wheel. Can you hang off until I get back with you on those to repair those?
Absolutely, be happy to.
Because I really didn't want to use inner tubes, but if I have to, I will. I got to do some research first, okay?
Okay, sounds good, Pete.
Okay, I'll call you back. Just hang off, buddy. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in there and see how much it's going to cost me to get steel wheels. I got to call this guy back.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Amos, can you measure the width of those wheels from inside lip to inside lip for me?
Yeah.
All right. There's two different sizes.
Let's see, the smaller ones will be 5.5.
Okay, 5.5.
And the whiter one's about 7.25.
7.5. Okay. All right. I'll call you back. I'll call you back as soon as I can, buddy. All right. So we got the size of the wheels, what we need. I'm gonna go call them and find out what wheels or how much these steel wheels are, because I'm starting to think that it might be better to get the steel wheels due to the fact that I can actually go tubeless with them. I'm just thinking here. I actually tried to call H-Ball on that action, but he doesn't answer his phone. And when you don't answer the phone, when you're asking questions, I mean, you know, you got to do what you got to do to get her done. So my main objective of today on this is we're going to go ahead and take the shocks off, and we're going to send them in to get those rebuilt. I believe these are air over hydraulic, so I'm going to go ahead and let the air out of this shock, and hopefully it's not going to blow up in my face. And I tried to call our buddy H-Ball to figure some action out on this, but he's not answering the phone. He's not talking to us. He's got other plans and other ideas of what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go ahead and take the shocks off and send them in. They need to be rebuilt. It's a situation that has to be done. I actually told H, I said, why do I need to rebuild all 4 of them? There's only 2 leaking. His theory was, okay, there's 2 leaking now. You get those rebuilt, and then 100 miles down the road, the other ones are going to leak. God. Hey. Man, these shocks haven't been off of here in a long time. I don't know if I told you the rest of the story. The rest of the story is actually now we have a problem with the carburetor. Something is going on with our carburetors and we don't know what it is. So yeah, that's kind of the rest of the story. I found out the other day, H-Ball told me that, oh, by the way, yeah, on the left carburetor, there's a broken piece in there that you'll see it where I JB welded it back together. It seems like every time I talk to H, Big H, there's something else wrong with the car. Every time. One way or the other, something's going on. Ow, motherfucker! Damn it! You son of a bitch! Oh, I just hit my fucking finger with the fucking hammer. Fuck! Damn, that fucking hurt. Bitch! Damn it! Trying to get that out of there. The thing's rotted in there. Damn, that fucking hurt. Damn it! Motherfucker! Son of a bitch. Man, this is really turning out to be a real fucking clusterfuck of a deal. And I'm really not starting to like it. Let me guess, that's... Yeah, I'm really starting to have second thoughts about this whole situation, and maybe I should go ahead and put it up for sale. Because, I mean, this is just really turning out to be way too much action. You know, I gotta make a living. Can you go over here and hold that bolt, please? You know, I gotta concentrate on making a living and putting food on my table. And there you go. You got it? So, if I bought these shocks, they're like $400 each, $75 to rebuild. I actually thought that was pretty reasonable and, you know, workable for me. But you kind of get the idea of money pit. I mean, you got to understand one thing. These shocks have been on here for 40 years. More than likely, we'll be putting brand new bolts on it too, so there's another expense. That's what we got here. Look. Now, what's going on with that idea? Why didn't you use 3/4 all the way? Give me the socket down. Give me a socket. 5/8, 11/16 something.
Sorry.
Can you hold that? Actually, reach up in there and take the air out of this big shock. What? Is there fluid coming out? Well, don't open it all the way.
Well, I did. I just...
Well, you're not supposed to do that. Now open it.
stabbed it.
Okay, well, hold it open.
Hold open.
Push the little thing so I can shut the shock.
It's gonna all come out.
I don't want it to all come out.
Well, if I push on it, it's gonna come out.
Well, now it's all over my fucking floor.
Well, that's
Go
what you
get a
told me to
rag.
push on it. Why'd you tell me to push on it? That's
Go
what
get a
I
rag,
put on it.
please, so we can get the grease off my floor. look at this. Look at that right there.
Why
Can you
don't-
see that? Can you see that, people? That needs rebuilt. Wow. Huh.
Why don't you just put regular shocks on there instead of?
Okay, hold on a minute. What are you asking now again? What's going on?
Since you're not going to be racing this car,
Okay.
why don't you just? And you're just going to make it into. You already told me you're going to make it into a street car.
Yeah.
Why don't you just put regular shocks?
So you want me to go ahead and just buy some regular shocks for a car like this? You're shitting me, right?
You said you're going to make it.
But you're shitting me. That doesn't, I said I'm making it street legal. That means I can drive it up and down the street like a side-by-side razor. That doesn't mean I'm driving it to New York City. So you see, people, that's the situation you have, is most people don't understand like she doesn't. If she knew what's going on here, she wouldn't be asking that question. I mean, I can go to Napa and buy some $18 shocks and put it on here. But is it gonna ride right? Is it gonna bounce around the way it should bounce? Is it gonna ride the rocks the way that it rides over rocks? Is it gonna get stuck in the sand when I take it sand duning?
You ain't going to take it.
You wanna bet some money? That's the first thing we're doing. Yeah, this one needs rebuilt. I think this one's bad. This probably costs more money. This is gonna be more money build job here. I'll bet you $100 they say they're gonna have to replace this. That thing, look at the difference. Can you see? Can you see, people? Can you see? And I'm supposed to use a regular shock? Yeah, okay, sure thing. Come on, these are heavy, please. Take them, get them out of here. I'm gonna use a regular shock on a car like this. Well, we got the shocks packed up. They're on their way to the Fox factory. A couple of shocks we found were very extremely in dire need of rebuild. So it's going to probably cost more than $75 a shock to get rebuilt. The next thing I'm going to do is, I got all the parts to fix that axle right there. So I'm going to go ahead and take the axle off. We're going to fix that. And then once again, we're going to do a brand new four-wheel disc brake operation on this. And I got all that ordered, so that's on its way for that. And then let me tell you about these drum brakes here. These are called staggered bearing drums. They were machined out specifically for these spindles. And for some oddball reason, I don't know why the guy told me, but he can't get brake parts for him. He said that this doesn't match that and that doesn't match this, and he didn't know how they put it all together and all this other crap. So I just said, you know what, fuck it, let's just go with four-wheel disc brake situation and be done with it. So that's what I'm going to do on this. This will be a four-wheel disc brake operation going on, and hopefully it'll all work out. I just saw something that really sucks, is that this line here is not a braided steel line. This is a rubber line, and it's cracked and old. So I'm going to have to order a braided steel line. Wow. All right. So we'll have to measure that out and figure out where we're going to buy one of those. That's great. Thank you very much. I'm still debating on the wiring harness. You know, I'm kind of going to go ahead and agree with H-Ball that the wiring harness looks really good in here. But it's in the back that doesn't look that good. So we're just going to have to trace it all down and track it all down and see what's going on. This used to have 4 lights up here. H-Ball said that he wrecked it and busted these ones. And then of course you can see this. I don't know where the other wire is. Oh, here they are right here. Wire tied to that. Okay. So maybe the wiring's still good. I don't know. We'll find out. So it's been a very stressful day today, and it's been a day that's telling me, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to take this money pit on and, you know, take it to the extreme of getting it road rash ready? I'm going to go ahead and get a piece of shatterproof plexiglass, and then I'm going to make a half windshield for this. And the reason I'm going to do that is because when I'm sitting in the car, I don't want wind blowing in my face. I'm not going to put any glass anywhere on the side or the back windows. And it's still going to be a BAJA. It's still going to be a Class 5, but it's going to be street legal. Once again, I'm debating whether to go ahead and get the side-by-side razor action turn signals and just mount them in the dash, or go ahead and hook up the turn signal arm. I don't know yet. What about the wheels and tires, my friend Pete? What about these fucking things? Well, let me tell you about them. They're 30 years old. They got inner tubes in them, and I'm getting the wheels rebuilt. I'm getting them fixed. So I decided what I'm going to do, since this ain't going to be a daily driver and I'm not going to take it rock crawling, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the tires that I need. I'm going to get Maxxis for the back, which are the 3310s. What do we got? 3310 15s. And then on the fronts are 700 15s, whatever those are. And we're going to get brand new tires, but I'm still going to run the tubes. I had a guy tell me, you don't want to run tubes because when you let the air out, then the tube is this, that, and the other. I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to go to the extreme of taking air out and putting air back in it and all this other bullshit. I'm doing this for a hobby. I'm going to drive this car on dirt roads, mild trails, possibly go out in the sand and have some fun, and I'm going to make it street legal so I can drive it downtown Moab. I mean, it's going to be a hobby car. We're not driving this thing to New York City, and we definitely aren't going to race it. So that's my prerogative with this thing. And one more thing is I got to get back to work. I've got to get back to work because I have to put food on my table. The money pit's actually coming along. Now, H-Ball did say that he had the original gas tank that was in there. It was a 20-gallon aluminum custom-made gas tank. He's going to give that to me. He's going to bring it over. That's going to save me about $350, $380. And he said that the gas tank was the original one that was in there, and it works perfect. Hopefully, we won't run into a lot of situations or problems, and the money pit will go along smoothly. I want to go ahead and thank everybody that has donated their hard-earned cash. And when I say donate, I'm not talking just giving me free money. I'm talking about buying one of my beautiful art pieces that I make. And I hope that you enjoy that art piece. And if you would like, I'm going to ask everybody that bought one of the art pieces to actually send me a picture of it hanging on their wall, if that's okay. And you can get my email down in the description. And if you want to buy some artwork to help fund the program of the Money Pit, contact my friend Pete. I got a lot of art left over, and I would be honored to make you a custom My Friend Pete picture of the pictures I have left. Take it easy, and we'll be back on the Money Pit. One bolt at a time, people. One bolt at a time. That's all we can do. One bolt at a time. So we went ahead and started ordering the parts that we need, and we're going to kind of go through what we already have to get the Money Pit running. And as I open this box here, this is the rear brake. This is the rear brake stuff. We got a piece of paper in here that shows that you got to use shim washers on the hub. Okay, we better not lose that. This is the rear brake system for our BAJA, and look how they pack these things. These are the rotors. Get those out. So we got our rotors right here, and it has a special piece of paper. We shouldn't lose that paper. We're going to need it. The rear brake system that you're looking at, that I'm opening up right here, was $500. Very expensive. Here's our brackets for calipers. Here's some bearing kits for the seals, bearings and seals. And then thank God they gave us the spacers. I was really wondering about those. And let's see, that looks like it on this box. Okay, let's go ahead and see what kind of calipers we got. See if they're worthy of using. Go ahead and open those up. And then we're going to get a good close gander at all this stuff here in a minute. I like those. Those are nice. Those are really, really nice. and they look very, very, they're actually, looking here what we got. These are dual piston brake calipers. Wow. Now tell me that ain't gonna stop on a dime. So, yeah. That looks like that's actually gonna be pretty nice. We'll go ahead and get the other one out too, so we can make a nice presentation of what we got here. So I kind of opened this because I had to go over it the other day and make sure that everything was here. And what do we have? We got a slave cylinder for our clutch. That has to be replaced. It's got a hydraulic clutch and the clutch doesn't work properly. I went ahead and bought 2 stud sets, and what these are for is for our rotors. So instead of using bolts on there, we can go ahead and use stud nuts. So those are going to go right there. That's for our rear brakes. We went ahead and got the what is this? This is our steering brake. There you go. And we got the single handle one, which is down and up. And let's go ahead and take it out of the rest of the package. I think I got it this way. I don't think that it's... And I was kind of curious, why did they send it like that? I didn't understand, but... So we got a brand new steering brake. That's really nice. I like that. Wow, it's chrome. That's going to make it run a lot better. And then we got some parts for our front brakes. These I had to buy separate. These are brackets. Now we don't have the front brake stuff here, but when we get it, we'll go over it. We're supposed to get it today. But these are the brackets that are for the rotors. These are for our front rotors. I had to buy those separate. I hope you're sitting down. I'm not going to tell you the price of the front brakes until actually they get here. So we won't even go over those yet. They'll be here today and we'll finish this little walk around video out. But these are adapters for the front brakes that I needed to buy for the brake lines. They didn't come with the brakes. And you're going to basically shit your pants when you find out how much the front brake system was for this car. I almost didn't get it. I almost didn't get the front brake system, and I almost went ahead and just rebuilt the drums because of the cost. So let's go over, let's do a little walk around on this, and then when the front brake stuff gets here later on this afternoon, we'll finish it out and see what we got. And before we go any further, I'd like to go ahead and let everybody know, and this is just a sample. This is a picture, one picture that didn't sell yet. I'm going to put it right there. There we go. So this is a picture. These are pictures that I make. This is aluminum. Okay, and then I make these custom frames. You can kind of see the frame there. So I've actually sold 18 of these, and all 18 people that have bought one of my beautiful, awesome art pictures, their name will be going on the car. Their name is going to go on the car, and it's going to be the YouTube support gang that has helped my friend Pete get this car built. Very expensive job. I wouldn't have been able to do it without the YouTuber support on purchasing my artwork. You can see right here, here's another one. Let's go ahead and pull that up. And once again, these ones haven't sold, and I'm not asking you to buy one of these. I got very many of them. Here's one. It's a beautiful tractor, and you can see the beautiful artwork of the frame itself. So, like I said, these are for sale. I got very many of them. Some of them I don't have frames yet. I'm slowly working on framing them. If you're interested in supporting my friend Pete and the Money Pit, let my friend Pete know. I do what I got to do to support you by making these wonderful videos on all these cars that I'm building and give you the inside information that you'll never get anywhere else. And I ask that I don't want donations. I would rather you buy something and get something for your money for helping me get the Money Pit going, the YouTube Money Pit. We're going to call it the YouTuber Money Pit car. I'm going to get a big sticker made up there, YouTube, and it's going to be an awesome thing. So I thought I'd go ahead and throw that your way, and hopefully the people that's already purchased one of my pictures, I hope you love what you purchased, and thank you very much. I want to thank everybody one more time for purchasing my pictures. I've actually had people that want to just donate money and they don't want to purchase a picture at all, and I refuse to do that. I don't want your hard-earned money. Take your money, your hard-earned money, and put food on the table for your family, as saying donation. I'm not here to get donations, but if you want to purchase one of my art pictures, then that will make me feel really good inside to do so. Let's get back to the walk around and go over the stuff that I've already got. So to get a good gander at the stuff that you see right here, we had to get a slave cylinder for the clutch. This is a hydraulic clutch system, brand new. This is the rear brake system that costs $500. What you're looking at here, rotors, brackets, seal kits, calipers, and spacers. What you're looking at $500. 500 bucks. We got two stud kits here. We got the 5-piece wheel stud kit, 12 millimeter, which will be going in here for our, so we got studs instead of using bolts. We got the steering brake. Now, let me go ahead and explain something. There's already a steering brake in this car. The reason I went ahead and bought a brand new one is because that steering brake was put in the car back in 1991. The car sat for approximately 10 years. So we went ahead and just bought a brand new steering brake to replace it, instead of actually trying to rebuild the JMAR, which I tried to see if I can rebuild that, and parts were not available. So by rebuilding the brake system, we're going to actually go ahead and completely rip out all of the brake lines, the hydraulic clutch lines, and basically start over. You can kind of see now, I've already put seats in the car. We're going to have to raise the seats up. They're too low, of course, but that's no big deal. I've actually got the brackets already welded, so all I got to do is make adapters to get the seat where I need it. I went ahead and put seat belts in as well. When the race car seats were in it, these brake lines were under the seat. So we're going to have to completely redo the brake system. And when I say that, we're going to have to run brand new brake lines. These are actually our brake light switches, which we will be putting brake lights back on it. And here, this is a proportioning valve that adjusts the front brakes from the rear brakes. I don't know if we need that anymore since we're doing four-wheel disc brake, but if we do, we will add it back. The brake system in itself is going to be a very big, major overhaul. It's already got braided steel lines on the back, left and right. You can see that. And then on one of the front brakes, there's a braided steel line right here on the left side. But as we come around to the right side, this actually has a big giant rubber hose on it. So we're going to have to go ahead and make sure that we fix that. I want to show everybody, the brake line's just basically hanging there. There's the master cylinders inside, and if we walk around here, we can get a better angle of it. And you can see it's got three master cylinders, one for the clutch, one for the front brakes, and one for the back brakes. And you can see it's got a residual valve on the rear. So we're going to have to change those out and get some for the front as well. Now what we got here, since we're going to go with four-wheel disc brakes, we got three 3/4-inch bore master cylinders instead of 5/8 for the front brakes. And here's one right here, just to show everybody what's going on. And I don't even know what brand these are, but more than likely they're not made in America. So they're no-name master cylinders. That means that if I could have found the rebuild kits for the ones that I have, that would have been better, because at least those are top quality name ones. Am I happy with these? I don't know. So yeah, there's what we got so far. And when we get the other, the front brakes in, we'll go ahead and go over that to complete the brake system. Or let's go ahead and just say this, to complete the hydraulic system. How does that sound? Now, one problem we do have is previous owner guy said that the clutch was real hard to push in. I got in the car, pushed it very hard to push in. So this is the cheapest domino effect part that we can replace. And when I say that, if this doesn't solve the problem, then we'll have to go ahead and pull the motor out of the car and completely replace the whole clutch system. Could be the pressure plate binding up or something going on with that. Once again, the clutch in this thing is, you know, from 91. So yeah, what I don't understand is when they rebuilt the engine several years back, a few years back, he said this is a brand new engine, only got like 800 miles on it. And if you look at the push rod tubes, you can see that it is a nice clean engine. There's no oil leaks anywhere. And I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't lie about that because I do have documentation on the engine. But I don't understand why they didn't put a brand new clutch system in it when they pulled the motor out. But that's okay. Pulling this engine out really ain't no big deal. It's not as hard as, let's say, a Volkswagen Beetle. And we'll go ahead and get a clutch. But right now, before we do that, we're going to do this.